Well, the Trump campaign says Iran is behind the recent hack that led to sensitive internal documents being stolen and distributed. The FBI says that it is investigating, but gave no further details. The Trump campaign told the BBC the documents were illegally obtained by foreign adversaries and specifically mentioned Iran. And joining us now is Janatan Sayeh, research analyst at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, where he focuses in part on Iranian domestic affairs. Janatan, thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate it. As mentioned, the FBI is investigating the alleged Iranian cyber attack on the Trump campaign, and apparently the Harris campaign was also targeted by foreign hackers. I know you know Iran very well. What is your sense? Do you think Iran is indeed behind these activities? And if so, what's their objective?
Hi. Iran, for the longest time, the regime at Tehran has been seeking to influence U.S. elections dating back as far as 2020. This specific new incident underscores their fear of a potential Trump re-election, given the Trump administration's maximum pressure campaign that both targeted the Iranian economy as well as their military infrastructure and also diplomatically isolated Iran. Given that the Iranian regime greatly fears the domestic uprisings against their own rule, the economy has been the greatest Achilles heel of the regime. So the maximum pressure campaign that greatly focused on expanding sanctions on Iran, as well as enforcing them very rigorously, damaged the Iranian economy and, most importantly, the kleptocrats in charge of the regime. So given that history, Iran is greatly concerned with the Trump re-election, whereas now the sanctions are not being enforced as rigorously. In addition to that, there are a lot of incentives being provided to the regime, whether through unfreezing their assets or through other prisoner swap deals.
Yeah, and we're also hearing, actually, Iran is dealing with a cyber attack of its own today. The Central Bank of Iran was apparently targeted, as well as other banks, in what's reportedly the largest hack in the country's history. And Iran is blaming Israel and the United States for it. What more do you know about this?
Well, the reports are still circulating on specific media outlets. They're yet to be confirmed by other entities. But what we know is that there has been a history of U.S. and Israel cooperating and targeting Iran's different infrastructures, namely the military. So earlier this year, the U.S. targeted an Iranian spy ship that was providing intelligence for the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. Prior to that, in 2019, Iran was targeted by the United States regarding their weapon system. But now what we're seeing perhaps might be a shift in strategy, which is very notable. So instead of focusing on the military aspects, it seems like the United States and perhaps Israel are trying to focus on exasperating the grievances of Iranian activists inside the country. The Wall Street Journal reported, perhaps I think not that long ago, that a U.S. official, anonymous U.S. official, had stated that if Iran were to attack Israel in the latest rounds of escalations, there would be a very devastating blow to their economy. So this perhaps might be a follow-up to that threat that Iran has used its militias to attack Israel and also U.S. bases, as well as disrupting shipping lines going through the Red Sea. And this might be a shift in strategy. In addition to focusing on the military aspect, they're also trying to focus on the Iranian economy. As I mentioned, it has been the Achilles heel and definitely a regime weakness.
Janatan, we probably have about 30 seconds left or so, but quickly, I want to know this. Do you think that we can expect to see more cyber attacks from Iran, maybe in a different form here in the U.S., and should we be concerned?
Certainly. In 2023, just last year, I think the FBI just issued a warning saying that it is very likely that we're going to see an intensified, influence operation campaign by Iran targeting the U.S. elections and through cyber attack and cyber warfare. The regime has been investing heavily in its cyber army through different entities. So it is very likely that we're going to see an increase in that, namely as soon as we get close to the U.S. elections.
All right, Janatan, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for coming on and providing those insights for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.